Hey guys, we got a 2007 Mazda 3 rear disc brakes. We're going to replace the pads on this thing. It's going to be a quick and dirty job. I'm not going to be taking the rotors off. I'm not going to have them turned or anything like that. I mean, if you're trying to save every dollar you can, I mean, you can get away with doing it like this. I mean, I've done it several times. But anyway, just make sure that your rotor is still in good condition before you do this job. So let's just jump into it. All right, you'll notice I've already got the wheel and tire off. So I mean, if you're willing to tackle this job, I'm not going to insult your intelligence by thinking that you don't already know how to do that part. So let's skip that. Get yourself a flathead screwdriver. You're going to want to pry this spring off. Get it out of the way. Just pops right out there. And there you go. Next thing you'll do is come around to the back side of the caliper, and you'll want to pull these little plastic plugs out. That will expose the Allen head bolts from the slide pins. So let's get those out of the way. And on this car, this is a 7mm Allen. So just pop it loose. And once you've got them loose, backed all the way out, you can pop the caliper off. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. You see this right here? You need to pop this out. Right, I'm going to try to hold you guys up here so you can see what I'm doing. Just push that out of the little slot. That's all you need to do. All right, once you've got that cable out of the slot, that caliper just slides right off. And we'll pull our old pads out. This side has still got a pretty good amount of meat to it, but this outside is just about worn slap out. I'm going to take a brush and clean out those little contact surfaces for the new brake pads. And here's our new brake pad. I'm going to put a little bit of grease right here on these contact surfaces. That's all we got to do right there. And remember, the one without the spring goes on the outside. Same thing with the inner. Let's put a little bit of grease on it right there. And this one does have the spring, so it goes on the inside. All right, this is where you're going to need the little special tool to get in here, because this caliper piston has to be turned and pressed at the same time. Now, I've seen people try to do this with needle nose pliers, and I'm sure you can get it done that way, but I mean, if you're sitting here holding this thing, I mean, what happens if it slips? You may tear the boot, you might stab yourself in the hand. Just go rent the tool from the parts store. You just put a deposit down on the tool, and then when you take it back, you get your money back. So it's basically free. I did buy this one. I bought it on Amazon. I will leave a link to it down in the description, as well as the Bendix brake pads we're using. So let's put this tool on here and get her done. Oh, and this is something else I want to point out too. When you use this tool, if you'll look at the threads, there's going to be a left-hand thread one, and this one is going to be the right-hand thread. You want to use the right-hand thread on these calipers. Ask me how I know that one. Okay. So, I don't know if you guys can see up in there or not, but the adapter fits in those two little holes. We'll just get it finger tight for right now, and put a little pressure on it. And just start the turn. Find I can actually turn that thing with my hand enough to get the piston to go down. That's good. Makes it easy. So you're not sitting here juggling everything in your hand along with the wrench. All right, that's as far as it goes. It'll come to a hard stop. Okay, now that the piston is collapsed, make sure your brake pads are sitting flush on the disc, and then you can slip the caliper to it. It's going to have a little spring pressure on there because of that rear brake pad with the spring on it. That's an anti-rattle spring, so the pads don't rattle around in there. So gently try to get this bolt started. All right. Make sure you don't cross thread it. Here we go. Now grab your little plastic caps. Put them back on to keep the dirt and dust out. Now one thing I will warn you about with these brake pads that I bought, the spring that goes on the outside here, it doesn't look like this one is bent as much as the ones that came off, and these don't seem to fit very well. So I just took mine and just gave it a slight little bend like that. That's all you need, not much. Same on the other side, just give it just a slight little bend. There we go. And now we'll put it on. That part that we just bent goes in a little hole right there. And get that one in that hole. And there we go. All right. And that job is done. Here's the tool I was using. I bought this off of Amazon, like I said before. Comes with a nice carry case. It comes with all kinds of different adapters for all kinds of different weird brake setups. So this is like $23 or $24. I mean, you can't go wrong. And this is what I was talking about before. If you'll see right here, this says left hand, and this has got left hand threads on it. This is right hand, and this has got right hand threads on it. This is the one you use for the Mazda. All right, last thing to do is put the wheel and tire back on there, and before you go taking off in the car, go ahead and start it up and pump the brake a few times to make sure that these rear caliper pistons are all the way out to the brake pads. Then you should be good to go to drive. And that's it, guys. If I can do it, I know you can do it. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.